Hello, Liam. It's the 27th of August, and I'm going to dive into God's Word tonight. It's the first time on video with you, and so I'm going to start out in Genesis, and I'm reading from an NIV, so if you want to read along, feel free to. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, the earth was formless and empty, darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, Let there be light. And there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, Let there be an expanse between the waters to separate water from water. So God made the expanse and separated the water under the expanse from the water above it. And it was so. God called the expanse sky. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. And God said, Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear. And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called sea. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants, and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to the various kinds. And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. Are you catching the drift so far? God's creating a world here. He's starting up all these things that life needs to cycle and work through all of its systematic functions. And God said, Let there be lights in the expanse of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark seasons and days and years. And let them be lights in the expanse of the sky to give light on the earth. And it was so. God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the expanse of the sky to give light to the earth, to govern the day and the night, to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the sky. So God created the great creatures of the sky and every living and morning thing with which the water teems, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to his kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, livestock creatures that move along the ground, and wild animals, each according to its kind. And it was so. God made the wild animals according to their kinds, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, Let us make man in our image, in our likeness. Let them rule over the flesh of the sea and the birds of the air, over the livestock, over all the earth, and over all the creatures that move along the ground. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air, and over every living creature that moves on the ground. Then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the earth, blah, 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 on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit and seed in it. They will be yours for food. And to all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds of the air, and all the creatures that move on the ground, everything that has breath of life in it, I give every green plant for food. And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day he rested from all the work. And God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from the work of creating that he had done. So I don't really know what to make of that last snippet right there. Definitely believe that God is omnipotent, just all powerful. I don't really believe that he needs rest. So I don't know entirely what it means. Maybe we'll ask God someday. But I do know is that it's just awesome what He did in 7 days. And so maybe sometimes you could pray and think about maybe if God did this all in 7 days, maybe I can get more accomplished this week. Maybe I can clean my room. Maybe I don't have to scream at mom and dad for hours on end. Maybe I could do some chores. And maybe dad can show me some cool music. And mom can show me some cool stuff too. You know? But so that was the first chapter of Genesis. I would like to share the next chapter with you hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy it and love these videos, Liam. Love you, dude. Bye bye.